So my small knit family, like myself, my husband, and the kids, we're all homebodies. I shouldn't say that. All of us are homebodies and not super like social, besides our small little knit group of friends and things like that. My daughter is very social. And also because of her disability, limited pre-COVID in the things she could do and the social interaction she had. So post-COVID, that has definitely limited it even more. Virtual is not an option for her in connecting with people. She needs to physically be with you to really connect with you, loses interest and stuff like that. So I would think it's been more effective that way in a bad way. A positive way is the things that I've seen happening and learning around me that have come out of people figuring out how to manage COVID. Some of the new jobs that people have thought of, like some people have gotten these delivery jobs that they do. The latest thing is the wonderful sign wars that are going around on everywhere in Kingston and Napanee and all these places. It's just, there's been a lot of good things that I think I was aware of, but didn't really recognize until I was kind of forced to do that. So I think that's the struggle and the good. There's bits and pieces of each.
Can't really see our grandparents because they live in
Brampton.
Yeah, in Brampton.
At Christmas, we were joking about how bad 2020 was, and both girls said that it was one of the best years ever.
Yeah.
Because we did a lot last year as a smaller family unit without grandparents and cousins and friends, but we still did a lot. We went to McKinnon's. We spent way more time together at home than we would have.
Well, on the bad side, we really don't get a chance to see our oldest son, Donovan, who lives in Toronto, who is actually recovered from COVID. That would probably be the negative side.
I had to quit my job because my job was not taking the proper precautions, and I keep watching my job not take proper precautions, so I did not go back. Harder to find jobs now.
It's taken away all our travel. So Zach plays AAA hockey. We're gone every weekend. One of the two of us is on a bus with him every weekend. And for the last year, we've all been home together. So it's different and good and bad and all of it kind of in one big swooping shot. So
we've never sat down to dinner 7 nights of the week. Somebody was always on the go. So I do appreciate that side of things, that we have more time together, the 5 of us. But I definitely miss the busy life sometimes.
We spent more time on that backyard rink this year than any other year, just because we're here every weekend when normally we'd be gone. So,
and Zach was logging like 8 or 9 hours a day, and those 3 weeks we were learning from home. So, he got to use it so much this year, and same with the girls.
Well, for me, it hasn't really affected me personally, just because I still go to work, I still collect a paycheck. But for me, it's just my daughter was her first year of school, and being that inconsistency of going to school, not going to school, online learning, it's a little difficult for her. And that's what I find the most troubling, is how it's impacting the kids.
Yeah, the good thing it came with was the fact that we got to spend a lot of time with them. And COVID, I think, pushed us to make the decision to move out to the country for more space for our children. Because we felt crowded in our little backyard. But like he said, school has just been difficult for her, and for me mentally, being at home 24/7 has been very hard, because I'm trying to be a mom, an employee, a housewife, everything all in one, and not seeing people really.
Britta opened a business at the start of COVID.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a
little bit stressful.
Yeah.
It's two-sided. It's yes, the business aspect is stressful, and there's a lot of extra work that goes into keeping everyone safe and whatnot. But the other side of that is Wes is home with me. We get more time together, and especially with his MCAT and that, and like worrying about if he was in another daycare or something getting sick, I have him here, and like I know exactly the protocols being done during this time to make sure that we don't have a hospitalization. So that's also a bit, there's stressfulness, but also peace of mind, if that makes sense. So just knowing that we get to be together, especially in the beginning when we were all kind of off and figuring things out, we just kind of took that as a blessing of like extra time together, which was nice.
Well, when COVID first started, we were all in quarantine. We couldn't see like Nina and Papa, so that was kind of hard.
That was awful.
Yeah, we come to school. We come here every morning for school, and we go here for Sunday dinners, and so all of that was canceled. And so sometimes.
But then once we actually got to see you again, it felt even better than it would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And we have a terrific thing to look forward to post-COVID, and that would be your Christmas present from December 2019. We had the day before COVID was declared a global pandemic. The day before we were supposed to leave for St. Lucia as a family holiday on that March break. So that's something we've still got to look forward to, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I run the car club, the old Napanee Valley Cruisers, so I've been on hold for almost a year and a half. We can't do anything. We did do one fundraising for a gentleman that their apartment building burnt in Verona, and we did a fundraising, and we raised $1,500 for him in cash, and we had almost a new TV donated to him also.
I think it's impacted us in many ways, but my most positive takeaway from COVID is the connection that my girls have been able to make.
Yeah, before COVID, I wouldn't even really let Gemma into my room, and now we're playing a lot of games together, and I'm really happy that we got connected. Me too.
It's been pretty hard that way, I would say, but I threw myself into my work and decided together as a team that we would homeschool at the end of July on our own. So we decided to purchase a curriculum that was book-based, and it's amazing. And the kids enjoyed it so much. And I really enjoyed getting a little bit back into that academic mind of mine that has been a little bit asleep when I had tiny babies. Yeah. And it was wonderful to be able to be really the steady drum in the house. Yeah. I was able to keep us, calm, cool, collected, and give us purpose every day.
For good. Specifically at the time when the photos were taken, my husband was he works at Goodyear, so it was closed for a few months at the beginning of the pandemic. So that was really an interesting time, because since we had, started our family and everything, he hasn't been home every day, all day like that. So for a few months, it was just kind of that really, there was nothing to do except spend time together, which can be great and also can be challenging. So we were just lucky, and I always say we're lucky to have this place to be able to spend that time, because we just have so much space for the kids to be outside, and that time of year was really lovely when he was home. It's a little bit on top of each other. We were only together, it was only us all the time for so many months, but it kind of brings you together like a team, like I said, and that's important to our family. And just, it's hard. We have lots of family that lives far away too. So it's just, that part's hard, missing family that's not around, but it's nice to, have each other and have this space.
I think probably for all families, it's the good and the bad of spending so much more time together. On one hand, it's really good. And then on other hands, you're like, wow, I really appreciated that time that I had at work with adult folks, you know.
Yeah, COVID has impacted our family in different ways. We do have family downtown Toronto that we hardly saw. My husband's sister and their daughter, as well as her husband, and just, you know, she's my niece. So we miss them. We haven't seen them a lot. So that has been difficult. My family's in Quebec, so I haven't been in Quebec for over 2 years now. But by the same token, our business has grown through COVID, and our family actually, we were really proud to be able to offer something that people could do outside throughout COVID. That was really good. That was really rewarding. And the other piece that we did notice through COVID is